Joining me now, Leon Wolf, managing editor of TheBlaze, and Democratic strategist Tara Dowdell. And Leon, I thought your thoughts today, what you tweeted was really interesting. What was your reaction to the video?
Well, you know, the series of tweets was actually directly in response to the incident in Colorado with the young woman who got body slammed, but I think it applies with equal force to the situation in Chicago, because if you look at, in reality, what happened on that plane in United was a situation that we have all created and done to ourselves. For years, we as Americans have happily ceded power to the airlines to take increasing levels of control over our freedom on airplanes, to the point where now they're totally immune from liability for almost anything that they do. Disobeying orders from flight staff is a federal crime. And right. We, you know, essentially acceded to that because we said, oh, well, we all want to get where we're going on time, and we want the airlines to be free to remove unruly passengers quickly. And it does. It applies to the same thing with what, you know, we saw happen in Colorado last night, which was disturbing to me. And many other incidents. You and I have talked about the thing in Ferguson last year. It disturbs me when people see things like this and they say things like, wow, why didn't he just comply? And none of this would have happened. And my response to that was, I mean, thank God the guy didn't comply. Because if he had, you know, we would not be talking about this today. And we would not have an opportunity to, you know, change some of what's going on.
You know, and I thought, I looked at this and I thought to myself, man, first of all, this tremendous amount of outrage. It's extremely upsetting, the use of force. But also, I thought, man, this is a glimpse of the of policing that all kinds of communities are experiencing day in, day out in cities and towns across this country. And you see it in that context, and it's like, it's a real wake-up call.
It's particularly communities of color. Black and brown communities most specifically. This is something that people grapple with all the time, as you pointed out. And here's the thing. Why are we constantly seeing these videos where it goes from zero to assault? Zero to assault. Every single time. As a police officer or a security officer in this situation, you are a public servant, number one. Number two, you're in the position where you should be de-escalating a situation, not being the person that's the aggressor in this sort of situation.
And Leon, I mean, I want to read this because now there's the letter from United seems to be choosing to play this in a shocking way, frankly. This is the CEO saying, this situation was unfortunately compounded when one of the passengers we politely asked to deplane refused, and it became necessary to contact Chicago aviation security officers to help. While I deeply regret the situation arose, I also emphatically stand behind all of you. I cannot imagine that they think that the way they handled this was proper.
No, and, you know, my reaction to this initially was, well, I really hope that some of the bad apples that we saw in this, you know, some people, you know, get fired. But after reading that statement, which to me the most incredible part of the statement was where he said, well, we're really curious as to why the guy defied Chicago aviation security in that way. We got to really, you know, investigate. It's just bizarre how a guy wouldn't want to be thrown off of a plane that he bought a ticket for. You know, that to me was the astonishing. I'm at the point where I kind of hope United goes under over this, because clearly it's a corporate culture that goes all the way to the top.
Well, we should note this, right, about United has had some issues of late.
Right. United was involved in pay-to-play with the Port Authority chairman, David, who was appointed by Governor Chris Christie. They were actively involved in payoffs to help secure what they wanted. So
in creating a custom flight for him to go to his country house. That was called the chairman's flight. Flight.
So this is a cultural, corporate culture issue within United, and I can go on to several other examples beyond just that.
I want to just say one more thing, and I think this is an important part for anyone who's watching this and anyone across the political spectrum, because something will happen and the police will give their account of it. And what I would just say is always just maintain healthy skepticism, because that Chicago Police Department statement today, which they put out after everyone has seen the video, which they put out even though it's not their own police, saying that the thing you saw happen didn't happen, that is not an anomaly. We have dealt with this in our reporting about situations, and they're chaotic, but that this guy fell. The Chicago Police Department felt the need to put out a statement saying this guy fell after everyone had seen the video tells you a lot about that department. Leon Wolf and Tara Dowdell, thank you both.